The third thing all of these women know are that they are souls, not roles, okay? And what that means is that we women tend to identify ourselves so closely with the roles that we play. So if you ask a woman who she is, she will tell you immediately, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a career person, I'm a friend, blah, blah, blah. This is wonderful and amazing, and it's why the world goes round. It's why all of us have lives. It's fantastic. It's also extremely dangerous, because if you identify yourself completely and only as a mother, what happens when your kids go to college? What happens if you lose a child? If you identify yourself only as a wife, what happens when he leaves? If you identify yourself only with your job, what happens when your company folds? I will tell you what happens, because last year, 1 week, I was an extremely happily married woman with 3 perfect children. I mean, perfect on the internet, at least. I had just signed this contract for a dream job. My career was like, whoo, taking off. All was amazing. And in 1 week, my marriage imploded. Because of that, my kids lost their little minds, and I lost the dream job. And I spent a few days waking up in the morning absolutely paralyzed, because if I wasn't this wife, mom, career person, who the heck was I? I literally didn't even know what to do first. And so you guys, one day I just woke up one of those mornings and I just got in my car and I told my family that I was leaving for a few days. And my car drove to this little hotel on the water. And I said I'm giving myself 24 hours to just watch Bravo and just eat the chocolate, okay? Because I deserved that. And so I did that for 24 hours, and then the next morning I woke up and I said, I am going to find one thing today that I love. That's all I'm going to do. I have completely forgotten what I love because I've been so busy serving everyone else. And right as I thought that, you guys, there were these doors and they were open to the water, and I started hearing these waves crash, crash, crash on the sand, and my soul just like sang. I just recognized that sound as something my soul loved. So I ended up going down to the beach by myself, and I brought a hot cup of tea and a book, and I sat on the beach, and then I walked on the beach, and I learned that my soul loves hot tea and a book and the beach and by myself, right? And then later that day I went back to my hotel room and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. And I didn't write for any other reason. No, I've never ever sent that writing to anyone. I never will. It was just something that my soul told me to do. And in that day, I remembered, this is me. I've loved this stuff since I was 6 years old, and I'll love it when I'm 60. And it has nothing to do with the roles that I play in my life. It's just my canary. This is making my canary sing. And so I went home, and in the middle of all of this mayhem that my family was going through, I said, we're moving. We're moving close to this little spot that I just found at the beach. And they said, we can't do that. And I said, well, I have this canary, and I can't let it die, so we are moving. And so we moved to this little spot on the beach, and you guys, for the next year, as I just struggled through this horrible time in my family and just tried to fight to keep this little family together, every single night I went to the beach, that little spot that I found, and I sat and I watched the sunset. And every single night I went there to remember that there's just something bigger than me holding all of this together, and if this something can hold the whole entire world together, it can probably hold together my little heart, and that everything was going to be okay. And I'm convinced that that time on the beach by myself is what gave me the strength to make it through that year in my life. It's because I took care of myself first. So, here's the thing. Right now, my marriage is healing. My kids have bounced back. Career's looking good again. It's a shiny time. Like the bad time, this good time too shall pass, right? Because that's what happens in our lives. But the thing is, the freedom is that I know that no matter what roles come and go, I know what my soul needs. No matter what happens, I'll be on the beach with a book and some tea. and my soul will be fine. And that's freedom.